plug it into the bottom of my phone, and I don't know if there's a way to charge it at the same time. So maybe I'll figure that out tomorrow. But it's a nice sunrise today over the Cascade Mountains. It is springtime. Feeling pretty nice out there. Looking beautiful. Yesterday it was 79 degrees. Holy fuck. Shit was hot. That's coming from a western Washingtonian. So I don't have a lot of heat here usually. Lately we've been getting heat waves in the summertime. It's been not very enjoyable. Where's that little bag of stuff? So here's my microphone. Yes, you can charge while it's so maybe we'll run that up. Let's try it. And wait. Alright, plug that bad boy in. Can't really tell if it's working until I watch the video later. Anyways, yeah. So this is a series of me driving to work. On my way to work, episode 2. I'm going to be filming myself for the whole duration, which is roughly 28 minutes, almost 30 minutes, depending on traffic. And it's going to be so I can practice speaking for long periods of time to a camera without editing, because editing takes a long time, it's annoying, and I just want to be able to clearly articulate my thoughts without having to stop or restart, which is a skill, and that is why I am practicing my skill development, as they call it. And yesterday we were talking about being a niche of one, and I'd like to dive a little deeper into that. So what I mean is, there's no one in the world that likes and does and exists in the same way, the same place, does the same things that you do. So inherently, there's a unique overlap. Everyone is their own little node in the system. And so the goal is to make that be your strength, or find your strengths and weaknesses, and then the simple fact of knowing your strengths and weaknesses is a strength in itself. And I'm gonna try to clip this on. See if it works here. Yeah. Damn it. you just want to be aware of that, because AI is coming. AI is here already. It's gonna know fucking more than anyone. It already does. It knows more than you, more than me, more than anyone in the fucking world. So it doesn't matter what your knowledge is. It matters what your overlapping knowledge is. What you know about this and this in synchronization, in synthesis. It's about how well you can synthesize information and share personal experience that AI may not be able to, uh, because our purpose is to share those experiences with other humans. The human beings are the part of it that we inherently have an advantage currently. I do think that they will improve to the point where they're extremely helpful for humans specifically, but I don't think that human to human, um, like coaching and therapy advice, um, things like things like that. I think AI will be able to tremendously help. Um, but when it's from another human being, there's an inherent camaraderie and just a knowledge that we're in the same boat and we are living in the same era. There's like a similar kinship, similar. You can assume that this other human being also had a childhood and parents and friends, and so there's a sort of an emotional bond, I would say. Even if you don't know the person, there's just an inherent connection that doesn't exist with AI. But yeah, so I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. um, maybe next time, maybe tomorrow, I'll have a few notes that I'll discuss about, because I'm kind of just freestyling it. I don't want to write a script. I don't want to just uh, spend a shit ton of time crafting some crazy piece. It's like nobody's gonna watch this shit anyways. Uh, and if they do, uh, it's not gonna be for like years to come or something. Nobody's watching my shit. I have 127 subscribers, and they're old from when I posted skate videos and stuff. I do have a skate video that I want to upload here soon. My full-length video that I made back in 2014 or some shit. So I'll upload that because the full video is not on YouTube right now. It's in a bunch of parts. So I'll post that for your enjoyment. It's called Where's Dad? All my friends from Federal Way, Washington. But yeah, so this is the point right here. Being on camera. The awkwardness. You gotta live in it. You gotta thrive in it. nobody here. I'm just sitting here, just me. That's it. And that's how uh, you should think about it, so that you can get better at it. I mostly want to make other people feel like it's it's easy. Um, you know, I suppose it's simple, but not necessarily easy. And there's a lot of things like that. Um, you can explain things in a very simple way, but the execution typically is not easy, for various reasons. You know, so when you're picking your, or not picking your niche of one, when you're discovering your niche of one, it is a self discovery process, and the best way to go about it is just brain dump. You gotta just write down a ton of stuff. If you've ever heard of the Japanese word ikigai, maybe look that up and write down whatever comes to mind. It's the intersection of, uh, what you love to do, what you're good at doing, and what the world needs. So those are the three circles of the Venn diagram. And you just write a bunch of stuff in there and write some things in the overlap areas. And usually what's in the center is kind of what you want to pursue. Uh, but there's no rules about it. Just, it's a thought exercise. Just get some things out there. Uh, what else? I find it super helpful to uh, import things into ChatGPT or whatever your LLM of choice is. I had Claude Pro for a while, but I switched over to GPT Plus because it just had a little bit more capabilities at the time. But they kind of go like up and down, and next week Gemini might be the best one. Doesn't really matter, just pick one and use it. I mean, you can use them all too. Like I occasionally will use other models, uh, just to get some variance on, different ideas. But yeah, start yourself. Like, if you do have one of the paid tiers, usually you can have a project or, um, like, I don't know. I think they call it projects in Claude. They call them projects in ChatGPT, but you can start one of those for about yourself. Call it like self-discovery project, and then what I like to do is take. There's personality tests you can do. I haven't done the Big Five. There's one called the Big Five. Just heard about it. I don't know what the five things are, but it's called the Big Five. And so I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna take that, add it in there. But I put my astrology information in there. If you know your time of birth, you can get very accurate astrological data on yourself, as well as human design. There's a thing called human design. Um, Lots and lots of valuable, useful, practical information in there. There's a certain way you got to do it though, which is what one of the projects that I'm working on, one of the apps that I've been building, is going to help you or help the AI interpret the astrological and human design data in a way that is useful and practical, and not like some mumbo jumbo like crap that you're just like, what the hell is this all about? Uh, so that's gonna be cool. But yeah, for you, I mean, if you don't care about that, don't put it in there. Doesn't matter. Just do a bunch of like personality tests, like tell it certain things about yourself. The test thing is, I think, a very good way to objectively. I mean, it won't be completely objective, but it helps when you're asked a bunch of questions, uh, to that are designed to help you identify things about yourself. So, Big Five. Uh, there's the Myers Briggs personality tests, um, which are like the four-letter acronyms. Like INFP is what I am: introverted, intuitive, feeling, and projecting, I believe. It's like intuitive versus, or no, it's introverted versus extroverted, so I or E. N or T for the next letter, which is intuitive versus thinking. And the third letter is either an F or an S, which is feeling or sensing, I believe. Yeah. Oh, no, no. The S goes with the second letter, so it's intuitive versus sensing. So that would be like intuition, you know, kind of subconscious, sort of like feeling in a mental way. And then sensing is more physical touch. And then, yeah, so the third letter is actually T or F, which is thinking or feeling. And then the last one is P or J, which is projecting or judging. You can look up all the definitions of all these things, but that's the Myers Briggs. And then the last one I would recommend is a disc profile assessment. And the disc profile is used more so in business, but I totally forget what all those letters stand for, but it's DISC. So look up your disc profile. Um, and then don't just like give the model your answer, like the acronym. Like, I wouldn't just tell it, I'm an INFP. I would look up INFP and copy and paste the information that I find about it, like all the long text, copy that into a .txt file. I don't know what you guys use on Windows or whatever, but on Mac you have a little text edit app. You can add it in there. You can either save it as a .txt or you can save it as a .md, which stands for Markdown. So those two types of files are very easy for AI to. So yeah, basically, those types of files, a .txt and a .md, those are extremely easy for AI to read and interpret, and that's going to allow you to copy and paste a bunch of information on your different personality types, and even your astrological data. Like, look up specific parts of your astrology chart if you resonate with those. Copy and paste that into the .txt or .md file, and then upload that into your context knowledge for your LLM, and that's going to uh, allow you to conversate with the AI that like understands these things about you and can offer personalized advice that's so helpful actually. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I am pulling into work. Only about a minute late today, so uh anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow.